Hey, 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 this is your recap auntie. Hey, y'all, hey, this is Shar. Welcome to my channel, baby. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. Hello. We growing, y'all. We almost at that 1500. Y'all, any newbies out there? We trying to get to 1500 before May 3rd. Why May 3rd, auntie? It's my birthday. So if you don't mind sharing with your family, if you don't mind your family, friends, or loved ones listening to a lady who's going to give you a laugh and going to cuss a lot, honey, please share me because I'm trying to get to 1500. We're at 1489. We can get these 11 people. I'm trying to add y'all. 11 people. Come on, y'all. Help Auntie, okay? It does take a special palate for somebody to want to subscribe. So, be mindful of who you share with, but I promise you, if nothing else, baby, we going to laugh. All right. Just wanted to give that quick disclaimer. Yes, y'all. How y'all doing? I'm doing good. Yeah. You doing okay? Okay, good. The weekend is here. It's actually Saturday. So, I'm watching Friday's episode in just a few minutes. Oh, you are here to get a full audio recap of episode number 45, season 2, Beyond the Gates, baby. When I tell you I enjoyed 44, that damn reading session. Initially, I had it on my video, but because it was so long, I had a copyright strike. So that's why I had to take it out and put a little, disclaimer in the middle for y'all to go ahead and look at it on my stories. Because for some reason, when it's on my stories, I ain't got no issues. But when it was in the video, it was an issue. So I had to remove it. But I had to because that whole reading session was priceless to me. It was so good. I don't feel like it was scripted, y'all. Really feel like it was not. They might have practiced it, you know, but I don't think it was scripted. I really don't think it was scripted because I think it was taking everybody in that damn set, everything in their power, to hold in their kiki, honey. Because I was laughing, even the way that Bill was trying to school Tomas, the way that Haley was whining like a damn baby. It was just a lot going on in that episode. So yeah, so I'm excited to see what Friday's episode. And I want to thank y'all so much. I love y'all so much that you never tell me what's going to happen on the episodes. You might have somebody who might say, "So is it true that Gail King going to be?" I was like, I didn't even see the episode yet. So I appreciate most of y'all not mentioning anything on the episode until I recap it because again, I don't watch it. It's like real time. So if I see something, it might be something like a little peek, but nothing like full blown. So I really do appreciate that. I think y'all get the gist of it. Y'all want me to give my real time reactions, and that's what I give you. I don't want to be up here phony or anything like that. So yeah. So let's go ahead and get this party started. Hopefully, y'all have a great weekend planned. I saw, some people just chilling. I just got a little event to go to tonight, which is Saturday. Otherwise, I'll be home just relaxing. I'm getting all my relaxing in because if I get cast for the show, then honey, we doing half of the month of May. So I'll be rehearsing all in April. So I'm just trying to get as much as I can in with you guys because again, I might be disappearing for a few weeks in April. Okay. Might be. If I get the role, then I might be. But I'll tell y'all when that comes. The auditions again is not until my baby's birthdays. Sir is my boyfriend on March the 22nd. So trying to prepare what song I want to sing, how I want to show up. But I have an idea. I have an idea of how I want to show up. And I think that I can have a good I have a good chance of getting a role in the show. All right, so let's go ahead and get this party started in 5, 4, 8, 3, 2. Wait a minute, you doing all right? I forgot to ask y'all how rude. How you doing? Did y'all have a good Friday? Okay, good, good, good. Okay. Nobody didn't get on your nerves? Okay, good, good. I don't think want to just jump right into it. I want to make sure you okay. And if y'all want to email me, you can always email me at thespianauntie@gmail.com just to share some good news. If you have something that's going on that you want to share, I'm all ears. I will just love to connect with you. You guys email me all the time. And sent the last email that you sent me, the last email that you sent me, it's only between me and you. You gave a really good clue in that email of the show that I'm auditioning for. So that you know. So when I give the news, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But that last email that you sent me, you gave a really good clue, a really beautiful clue of the show that I'm going to be auditioning for. So yeah. And I know y'all like, Shar, won't you just tell us what it is? Well, as an actor, we think that it's like kind of like superstitious when you tell people about a show that you feel like you're going to be in, or a movie or TV show, about what you're auditioning for, what you know you're doing, until you get the role and the director and the staff is telling you that it's okay for you to promote it. I think theater is different than TV, because with TV you could do a whole damn show, or movie you could do a whole damn movie and they never release it. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to theater, we just want you just to pray that we, make the audition that we're going for, and then once we learn that we got the role and they give us the green light, because that's when they do the cast announcements. That's when we'll go ahead and tell what people what it was or what it is. So yeah, that's why you will not know unless I get cast. And even if I don't get cast, I'll tell y'all exactly what it was, or if it is what it is. But yeah, it's like a superstition thing when it comes to theater. You just don't tell people about what play you are auditioning for until you either got the role. If you didn't get the role, you can at least talk about it then. Like what's her name? Kenja. She plays Madison. When she first auditioned for Madison, she didn't get the role. She said that it was given to somebody else. The girl had recorded it. She had scenes with Chelsea and everything. They slept together. Then the girl had to pull out at the last minute because she had a family emergency. They called Kenja, aka Madison, to come in. She had to do those same scenes again. So she didn't tell anybody. And I don't even know who the girl is who got the role. Hopefully one day we'll find out who that girl is who got the role and had to pull out. But it happens like that sometimes. So that's the only thing about acting, is that you could get it, honey, then something happens, pull you away. I've been in shows, uh a show, I try not to tell people that I could do a show unless I know that I can do it, because I want to be able to fulfill it all the way through, because directors remember your ass. They do. I've seen people who rehearse, y'all, week before the show, then they decide that they want to pull out and do something else, which is so dirty. And with my town being as small as we are, the theater community is very small. Your reputation meets you before your name does. And so people might not want to work with your ass because of the fact that you decided to pull out a week before opening night. So now you have other castmates who have to learn their lines plus yours. So it can be really dirty out here. But you have some people who have diva energy, and that's not me. If I know I'm not going to do the show, no matter how much I love the director, I'm not going to do it. And I'll just bite that bullet, and hopefully they think about me again in their next show. So, but otherwise, yeah, that's how it is when it comes to theater and stuff. So, okay, just want to give y'all that. Y'all know I like to sit back and cross my legs and talk, and y'all tend to like this a little bit. Like when I go straight to the damn show, y'all don't like that. Y'all don't listen to it long enough. But I do give a warning at the beginning where the actual, sometimes I'll say when the actual recap start. If I go over 5 minutes, and I'll tell you when people can come and listen to the recap, because only the rascals, the real rascals, will listen to all this jibber jabber that I'm doing at the beginning. All right, but yeah, that's just a little heads up, honey. I'm a woman of my word. If I could do it, I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it, whether I don't want to do it. Most times I'm gonna do stuff, and if I want to do it, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna follow through with it. But I've never been in a show that I've been cast for and then decided that I wanted to do something else and pulled out. I think that's the most disrespectful thing that anybody could do. And I have two decent people. One I love them both, but one particular girl, I just wanted to make sure she was all right. Another one, she had bigger opportunities, and I get that. But you got to really be careful when you do that to people, because these directors, they talk. They talk. And with me being on the board here in my city, yeah, and we listen. All right. All right, enough with the gossip. Let's go ahead and get this party started now with the countdown in 5, 4, 8, 3, 2, 1. Well, we open up at the red door and we see Samantha. We ain't seen the real person behind the damn clinic. We ain't seen her in weeks. So Martin comes home like he been gone for a long time. So she's still working on her laptop, honey. He's like, hey, how about a hug from your pop? I'm here, girl. I'm here. We gonna see what they talking about. If they ain't talking about shit, y'all know we're gonna go to the next scene. She's like, what the fuck are you doing here? He was like, I was just hoping that my daughter would be happy to see me. She said, oh, I'm sorry. I'm just surprised. I can't believe that girl is 31. So he was supposed to have like two campaign stops that he was supposed to do before he came home, but they both got switched around. One postponed and the other had a scheduling conflict. So yeah. Oh, well, it's their loss. Welcome home with her phony ass. He was like, "That's my baby girl. That's more like it." Blah blah blah. So he was like, since my schedule changed, I wanted to come home and surprise my family. I've been missing y'all. So she tells him, "Well, I mean, you're gonna have to like keep missing Tyrell's ass because he's at chess club." And so well, okay, well, where's your pap? What daddy at? She's like, "Not home either. So welcome home from a quarter of your family." Yeah. Oh well, if it isn't my favorite customer. We're at Orphe Jeans. This is June with that same head wrap on, which I don't like. And Smitty, he shows up at the restaurant today. I kind of got confused with the what episode this is because on my channel it showed June's face like 2 episodes ago on like episode number 43 or something like that. So I kind of got a little confused about what episode was what. Because sometimes they'll do a little screen of a shot of whatever scene is happening that day. So I've been seeing June's head scarf head ass on the last 2 episodes as far as the cover shots. And I'm like, okay, so she must be coming on Friday. So, that whole all these holidays and shit be popping off and it just throws me all off. But we right on schedule. So she's happy to see Smitty. He's like, "Oh, how you doing, June? Oh, no complaints, honey. And even if I had them, honey, nobody ain't here to hear about them. Oh, I did see that you placed a takeout order, honey. So sorry it ain't ready yet." Smitty was like, "No worries. I ain't in no rush, honey, and I don't mind waiting. Well, we'll try not to take too long." Well, and since you're going to be sitting around, I think there's someone over there who looks like they can really use some company. Is that Naomi's hair? I can't tell from this angle. Yes, Naomi. She look really young. I mean, the wig is cute now. Now this wig is cute. It's more curly and it's not as bulky. I do like big hair. Don't get it twisted. I used to love wearing big hair. But Naomi looks like she got a lot on her mind. She worried about her boo. So he comes over there and say, "Hey, what's up, girl? Hey, Naomi. Oh, hi, Snitty." He was like, you mind if I join you?" "Oh, come on. Of course not." She don't even have as much makeup on her eyes. She is really, really just worried about her boo. I ain't mad at her. She said, "Yeah, and besides, talking to you would be a lot more better than just staring at this damn screen. I'm supposed to be working on some depositions, but I can't seem to be focused." Ain't it something, y'all, when Jacob was there 90 days ago, that girl couldn't stand to be around him. She didn't want to go here. She didn't want to do that. Why you want to take me to a massage? Why you want to treat me to a spa? Now her ass is like can't focus because she want him to be there. It's like, hopefully she missed her period or something so she could tell us that she damn pregnant. Cause it's like, girl, you need to pick your poison. What do you want? You don't want him around or you do? You miss him or you don't? It's like just 90 days ago, you didn't want him to be nowhere around. You was mad at him. Now you like, "Oh my God, with my baby. Child, please." So she said, "I guess I have a lot on my mind because I can't stay focused." And so Smitty was like, I I bet I can guess what or who. Smitty, at least tell us something, baby. So we got the alleyway, all right? We got Jake and Ren, you know what I'm saying? And Jake was like, "What's up, Ren? You?" Ren says, "Oh, wait, we need to talk about the job you've been doing," Ren tells Jake. So Jake was like, what fuck? It's a problem? "Nah," Ren said, "just keep that going. That's a play. Listen, man, you took a chance on me. So I've been busting my ass trying to make good on it. Running them blood and plasma pickups off the truck." Ren was like, all right. I see we all been seeing how hard you've been working." So Jacob's like, "We? What do you mean we? We got eyes on you. Your bag count tight. Yeah. It's more than I can say for half these fools out here," Ren said. "I've been thinking, honey, you might be ready for more responsibility. You ready to step things up?" "Hell yeah, definitely," Jacob said. "Then we get the motherfucking bop, 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 bop. Go ahead, Jacob. Yeah. Hell yeah." So now we're at the hospital and we see Dirk and Ash. He gets off the elevator. "Hey Ash, what's going on? How you doing?" "Good, but it's eerily quiet around here, which means it's a bad omen." So he tells her like, "Yeah, in the beginning you used to say, if it's slow in the beginning, by the end of the night you can be, be busy." And she said one last night shift, it was crawling. By the end of that shift, shit, it was popping. So she said it didn't even make no sense to go home. So she just went on and went to sleep in one of the on-call rooms. So he tells her, he like, "Look, I love how committed you are to your job, but honey, you got to start taking care of yourself. I just love how people, throw rocks in glass houses. I just love that," she tells him. So he was like, "Oh, what they do? They give great natural light. People in glass houses." So her phone just happens to be down on the damn desk. Up, up, honey. So he sees a text from Grayson. Will you come say hi on my break? Dinner tonight? Of course he sees it. Derek sees her text message. Why everybody want to see everybody's phone on here? Oh my God! When I tell you they got Miss Tamara Tooney playing this fucking part. Oh, they got her looking sick. We're at the palace, and so we see her getting off the elevator. When I tell you she is moving so slow. Oh, they Vernon says, anything I could get you, my love? A different body? Because this one, honey, is kicking my ass. Well, he says, since I am particularly fond of that particular body, the answer is no. Oh, I feel so sorry for her. I love the outfit she got on now. It's pants like a pajama suit, pajama outfit. I need that. So she got a little headscarf tied up around her head too. Bless her heart. Oh, my heart goes out to her. She sits down and says, I was afraid of that. This new chemo is a fucking beast. He says, yeah, and so is cancer. But this is a way to beat it, baby. So we hear the doorbell. Where's Rowena? Vernon go gets the door. So he's taking his time getting there. So Anita tells him from the living room, Vernon, I don't care who the fuck that is. Please send them away. Now, a month ago, she wasn't like that. She wanted to try to, be herself and seem like, she was still Anita, not just a patient. But yeah, it's definitely kicking her ass. I am not up to pretending to act like I'm feeling anything but awful today, she said. Well, unfortunately, our visitor is entirely as stubborn as you are, he said, and refuses to be sent away. I swear, Vernon, if that damn Leslie Thomas walks into this room, honey. It's me, Tracy says, and I'm not that easily gotten rid of. Go ahead, Tracy, with her little, they called it like a skunk dyed wig. The skunk patch, color. People, I do that. Y'all see I got a little gray in the front, and so hers is like blonde in the front. It looks cute on her. It looks really cute. We ain't seen Tracy in so long. Hey, Tracy. And when I tell you, Anita looks so happy to see her sissy. She looks so happy to see Tracy. Tracy, you would make me eat my words, girl. Oh, Tracy said, it is so nice to get the better of you once in a while, sis. They gave each other a really big hug, and Anita tells her, girl, how did you know you are just the person I needed to see? She says, well, the credit for that goes to Vernon. Because remember, I think that she was diagnosed with it, right? I believe. Anita looks at Vernon and says, oh, so you're making plans behind my back, huh? Well, I don't mind, honey, this time, she says. He says, well, Tracy and Sharon had a break in their touring schedule, so I flew her in. Ay, he's sweet. I mean, Tracy's like, I told him that he didn't have to do that. Thanks to Anita, I have plenty of my own money now. Yeah, y'all better be rich. Well, your money's no good here, Vernon says. And so Anita says, oh, thank you for coming, my sister. Tracy said, girl, you know I got you, honey. We are always better together. Sisters forever. Articulate strong, honey. That was me just quoting that little quote. I'm surprised I remember that shit. We're back at Orphe Jeans, and so Naomi is still just all over the place. She tells Smitty that I want to apologize in advance for being very poor company. So Smitty was like, no need to apologize. I understand. You were thinking about Anita, right? She's like looking at him like, no. Oh yeah, of course. she, she ain't thinking about Anita. She thinking about herself and her husband. So he was like, I know that you guys have been through a lot lately, and when you worry about someone that you love, it's hard not to let that worry take over everything in your life. So she said, it's been through a lot lately, and she just wishes that she could just fast forward through this horrible horror movie and know for a fact that everything's gonna be okay. So Spady talking about he's been meaning to go over there and check up on her more, but with Martin being out of town and he being back at work, his schedule has been pretty difficult. Yeah, it's not easy trying to juggle everything on your own, she says with that fake smile. So Smitty was like, girl, The thing is, you ain't alone, boo. He said, "Well, there's plenty of people around here that will want to help or just listen." He pointed to himself. She was like, I know. I'm very fortunate to have a big family who cares." So he was like, "Look, we just ain't family." And he said, Martin and him have been really fortunate to talk to Dr. Monica about Anita's situation. And he said, you two seemed to really hit it off the other day, girl. So Naomi agreed. She's like, "Oh my gosh, she was such a lovely, dope ass person. Not because she's an oncologist, but she seems to be a very like genuinely kind person." And Smitty was like, "Yeah, she is." And so Naomi was like, "Yeah, yeah, she is. She did say I can call her and chat with her anytime." So Smitty was like, "Well, you need to take her ass up on it because it might just help relieve some of this tension that you're feeling." I'm sorry. Are you saying that I need to get rid of this tension before I bust because I'm giving off volcano vibes? What was that about? He was like, "No, no, no, not at all." What was that? Okay, maybe she was joking. He was like, "No, no, not at all, not at all." He says, "And the smoke that's coming out the little, the little holes through that wig on your scalp, it's very becoming." Oh, right, thank you. He was telling her, like, sometimes it's just good to talk to somebody outside of the family. And because Monica is a doctor, discretion is her damn middle name. And he says, anything you tell her will definitely stay between you two. So, what you need for me to do? We're back in the alleyway with Jacob and Ren. And Ren tells him a new drop just for today. So Jacob was like, "A new route?" "The regular courier's on an assignment," Ren said. So Ren tells him it's a very small delivery, but it's important. Same rules as before. Don't be asking no damn questions. Move like a ghost in and out. Don't be causing no unwanted attention. For sure, for sure. I got you. I got you. All right. So he gave Jacob a hat to wear. It's a little like a red little Woody the Woodpecker. It's the Woody Woodpecker show. Yeah, I used to love that. I used to love me some Woody Woodpecker. Although he got on people's nerves, I used to love. But they changed how he looked though. I like the more current version. I didn't like the real slim, look weird, flicked looking one. I love me some Woody Woodpecker, but that's what it looks like. So he gave him the black hat with this thing on the front, and he said that the contact. Ren told Jacob that the contact will be looking for that hat. Shit. What's the pickup point? Ren says Garland Memorial. Damn. Ren tells him that the contact will meet you in the south elevator. And everybody knows his ass at Garland Memorial. Everybody knows Jacob. How in the fuck you gonna do that, bro? Cause you could see it all over his face. He's scared as fuck. So Ren was like, "You good? You scared of hospitals, bro?" "Hell no, Garland. It's handle. I got you. I got you." So either he's scared that cause he don't know what to think. Cause Ren leaves because they gave each other dap. Dap is like a hand slap, y'all. And so Ren left. So Jacob's standing there like, damn, what the fuck? So that means that the person who's in charge is at the damn hospital? Yeah, they sure is. So I don't know what Jacob thinking. He looking confused. He looking like either he's scared somebody might see him or the contact, all this shit's going down because the person at the hospital is giving all that damn plasma. And y'all know that when Grayson came over there to get damn Bill's blood, yeah, that's plasma. That's a DC lawyer blood plasma. Can you imagine how much they pay for that? Can you imagine how much they gonna give if you want this plasma? This from the top DC lawyer, mother 1 million, $1 million. Oh Lord, we're back at the hospital, honey. Hell, Jazz almost did. Almost said it. Why am I still calling this girl Jen? Allison, 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 Allison. And I'm still saying the fucking wrong name. Ashley. No, y'all like, child, you still got it wrong. You call her Alice. Oh my God. I promise y'all I ain't sipping nothing. I just don't think that Ashley fits her. She doesn't look like an Ashley to me. She looks more like an Allison or a Jen. I just don't think that it fits her. I think, but I gotta call her what they call her, right? Ashley. God dog it. I'm glad that you didn't act all snarky with my plans with Grayson. We're not gonna go through with Derek and damn Ash with this whole back and forth, honey. We'll see what they talking about. So she was like, I know how you feel about me dating him. He was like, look, as long as he's good to you and you're happy, I ain't got nothing to say. She said, well, Grayson checks both of those boxes. So, well, all right. Now tell me, what about you? What brings you by? Well, I am here on behalf of the free clinic, he says. Oh, so this is a professional visit for your new job. Okay. Well, in that case, how might I be of assistance to you, Mr. Baldwin? Well, Nurse Morgan, I was hoping that I can speak with Dr. Whitmore, the chief of staff. Yes. Is Baldwin like the very common name amongst these damn soap operas? Because I remember it was a Scott Baldwin, right, from General Hospital. He was a lawyer, really shady lawyer. Wasn't he the one that dated Laura before Luke? Right? Am I wrong? Scotty, and Laura, didn't they date before Luke came back and Luke fucked fucked it up? R.I.P. to Tony Gary, but I think it was Scott Baldwin or Scotty Baldwin. Y'all let Baldwin. Y'all let me know in the comments below. So after he asks her that he wants to talk to Dr. Leah, oh, you don't aim high, do you? He was like, look, we're just trying to discuss with her a possible partnership between Garland and the clinic, which they are going to love. So she says, I'll see if she's available. At the least, she might know people who can connect, and at the very most, she might go ahead and agree to the partnership. But there are no guarantees. So she agrees that it's a good idea, and he says he does too. Let's hope that she agrees. Anyway, we're back at the red door. Martin is chit chatting with Samantha. But he ain't been there, so he's trying to catch up and talk with her. Teenagers ain't gonna talk much. She might know, Samantha might talk a little bit. So she's so excited that Donnell McBride is going to be my escort, and I'm so excited. So he agrees. He's a family friend, and it's nice to have somebody like him by your side. He agrees. So especially with the fact that Donnell has experience being an escort, and she's like, he says that he's not a good dancer, but that's so not true. It's just been a minute for him since he had to waltz. And who cares that he's rusty? I mean, he can't be nearly as bad as Tyrell. And it's another reason why she's happy that her brother ain't gonna be her escort. And she says, Donnell is being really chill about the whole thing, except for, like the other two SOBs, Nathan and Francesca. So Martin was like, what about them? She says they're going together. I mean, to the cotillion. I mean, he says, those two. Ew. She was like, right? So he was like, right, because you don't need to be caught up in that bullshit. She was like, I won't. She said Francesca's ass was actually like out there bragging about that this motherfucker's gonna be her date. So she's like, and then June walked in and told Francesca, like, girl, no, honey, that boy is trouble. She said, and then Donnell, he came in all smooth, he strutted in all smooth, and that little witch almost fell the fuck over when she realized that I was going to the cotillion with a banner coming in. She said it was literally so good. He was like, man, damn, talking to you like this makes me sorry I missed it. Back at Orphe Jean's, Naomi tells Smitty if he ever considers changing careers, he will be a great counselor. He says, thank you very much, but I am not intending on stepping on my mother in law's toes. And he says, and being a counselor kind of comes with the territory. Being a good journalist, you really have to know how to talk to people. He was like, well, since you kind of peeped my little gift, can I throw something out at you? She was like, go ahead. He was like, look, I know that you have a lot on your plate right now and on your mind. And so he was like, but if you would have some free time, she was like, not likely. But, if you wanted to talk to somebody, other than medicine or anything legal, he says, I think that Samantha would love to hear your experience about the cotillion. Oh my God, cotillion? Oh my God. So long ago. I was just thinking about how exciting she must be. He was like, yeah, for her, yeah. But he says, for me, on the other hand, I am in over my depth. And she was like, oh yeah, honey, cotillion will take over your life for sure. He was like, see, and you can come talk to her from your vantage point because you've been through that shit. She said, but Martin's been an escort. He said it's not the same with her compared to her talking to you or Kat or Nicole about making your debut. I mean, you really think that Samantha would love to talk to me about cotillion? He says, I think that she would love it. And it might be a pretty good fun distraction for you too. So she's like, so that's the real reason. He says, I will make no confession, counselor. She's like, okay, I will touch base with her to see if we can find some time so I can give her the 411 on the full cotillion thing. Smitty, here is your takeout order, honey, and I'm so sorry that we ran out of ran out of cornbread, so I put you a few biscuits in there. So he thanked June. This is June interrupting him. Y'all know them damn biscuits is about the size of a damn salsa, a coffee cup salsa, honey. They huge. Now, did I hear both of you talk about this cotillion just for a little bit? Naomi says, I really don't get the whole fancy dance society thing, but Samantha seems to be enjoying it. And from what I hear, it is a very nice opportunity for her, June says. Naomi was like, yeah, girl. I mean, it could open up some doors for a lot of women. Oh, that's so wonderful. Smitty, would you please say hi to the kids for me? Smitty was like, I will do just that. Zzz. His phone buzzes. Picks up the phone. He says, Bradley Smith. It's Jacob. Wait a minute, you can't talk? So Smitty was like, that's right. Very, corporate like. We gotta meet right now. Okay, yes, I can definitely schedule a meeting. I'll be in touch. And then he hangs up and he looks at Naomi, was like, sorry about that, he says. She says, no worries, honey. Work happens. So he kind of leaves, and so she thanks him for everything. And he tells her to make sure she takes care of herself. Now that I've had some herbal tea brought in for you ladies, if you'll excuse me, we're back at the palace. And this is Vernon addressing both Tracy and Anita. I'll go and work on my speech for the Banneker History Seminar. He's giving us time alone, girl. Tracy was like, girl, does he know he ain't fooling nobody? Oh, he knows, honey. And now, since we're all on the same page, Vernon said, I won't be far, darling. Honey, you never are. Yay. So he leaves, and so Tracy gives Anita her cup of tea, herbal tea. And Anita says, you hit it well. I saw your reaction when you walked through the door. Of course you did, Tracy says. I was overjoyed to see you. You're being kind. I know I don't look the way I did during our last FaceTime call. It's been rough, huh? Tracy says. The worst, Anita says. I thought the first regimen of chemo was bad, but as Vernon reminded me, we do what is necessary. I ain't about to lay the fuck down and let cancer win. Tracy was like, well, girl, you definitely sound like your old self at least. And I hope that you're not doing what you do so well, honey. Bottling up what you're really feeling because you feel like you need to protect everyone around you. Well, I can't help but do that a little bit, Anita says. But you are not going to need to goad me to unleash my emotions this time. I have no intentions of throwing a cup across the room. It wasn't until this moment that I realized how much I needed to talk to you and that I needed you to talk to. Someone that I could be my honest to God, unfiltered self with. Yeah, we all need somebody like that outside of hubby. I have I have three good friends that I could be like that. One in particular, if I ever have to do it, and she can be that way with me. And she's a subscriber. She comments sometimes. Yeah, she listens. But I'm happy that I could be that for her, and I know that she could be that for me. But I have three good friends that I'm really close with. So Tracy was like, "That's right, girl. You can tell me anything." She says, "Honey, I have seen you at your worst, baby. You don't have to protect me like you do your family. Now, don't misunderstand me." Anita says, "I am determined to win this battle, but it has gotten a lot harder lately. I thought I was prepared for what was to come, but honey, I was fooling myself." Back at Orphe Jeans, we only got 3 scenes today. Yeah, 3. Got the palace. We have Orphe Jeans. No, 4. Palace, Orphe Jeans, the alleyway, and the red door. Okay, we're back at Orphe Jeans in June. Is looking at Naomi. Honey, we see that plate over there with that chicken, and I think that's potato salad. So June notices, honey. She said, "Girl, you still ain't touch your food. Do I need to have some words with the cook?" "Oh no, girl, it's fine. It's fine. I guess I'm not really that hungry." He go June rearing back, honey. The long dramatic pause. I haven't seen that handsome husband of yours in here in a while. What the fuck is he? I remember you told me he was real busy. Is everything okay at home? Naomi says, we're fine. Honey, that's the second fine, and I believe it even less than the first. Except that minute Smitty came in here and bought you a little sunshine. You've been sitting over here looking like you're under a storm cloud. Now, I know that something isn't right with a woman like you who has a big, loving family and a huge, important job, who chooses to sit here for hours by herself. Naomi was like, yeah, I guess that is a big clue that things aren't fine, huh? Back at the red door, Samantha and who was his name? Martin just having chit chat about school, making sure that she stays focused. That's it. So he knows that her mind be on Anita a lot. And she says, but I know also she'll be upset if I don't, keep my grades up and stuff. So she said, which is why I said no to my friends who wanted to be hanging out. And I said yes to takeout so I could finish my project. And so she has finished it, or at least she is finishing it before it's due, which is always good. So she says, I hope you're not disappointed with dinner. As a matter of fact, where's Dad with the food? So he was like, I'll hit him up. Martin says, I'll hit him up and see where he is. He said, but I really do kind of want to keep it as a surprise of him knowing that I'm home. So Samantha was like, okay, I'll text him. So, we show the screen with that's big on one side and you see the person on the other side when they be sending text messages. So she sends a text message to Smitty, starving, ETA. ETA is estimated time of arrival, Pop or Dad. All right, Smitty back with his hat on, meeting Jacob in the alley. He's like, okay, I got your message. What the fuck happened? I got some new information and it's big, Jacob said. The plasma ring is operating inside Garland Memorial. Smitty was like, you know that for sure? Yeah. Ren asked me to fill in one for the orders for one of the couriers. He told me to pick up a delivery for somebody inside of the hospital. He's like, damn, that's huge, Smitty says. Before then, we knew about the mobile donation truck and they had contact with a few sketchy donation centers. But if hospitals and other medical facilities are involved, and Garland, that means that this ring has his fingers inside of one of the finest hospitals in the country. Well, I guess all they need is a handful of folks willing to be on the tape. And Smitty is worried like we are. He says, my biggest concern is your ass keeping your cover when you go into the same damn hospital where Nicole and Ted be working, along with my wife's best friend and my sister-in-law's fiance. So Madison, Ash, Ash, Ted, and Nicole, everybody. So Smitty was like, okay, okay, okay. So who's doing the damn drop? I don't know. It could be a man, a woman, or anyone in disguise. So he shows Smitty the hat. Ren told me to wear this so I can ID myself to the courier. So Smitty is like, look, I know I don't need to say this shit, but I will be the fuck careful. Shit, Jacob was like, shit, you ain't gotta tell me twice. But keep my head down, move as fast as I fucking can, and pray to God that this thing doesn't go sideways. So we're back at the hospital. So Ashley introduces Derek to Leah. Dr. Whitmore, this is Derek Baldwin, and he wants to talk to you. It's a pleasure to meet you. She didn't even want to shake his hand. It looked like he interrupted her, like she was going to do something, and like, what the fuck you want? He was like saying, but he wanted to discuss with her an important matter. He was like, if you have a few minutes, I would love to discuss this with you. He's nervous. And what is this fucking important matter? She's like, the fuck you want? He says it's a partnership with Garland. It's something that will help the local community. She's like, look, Mr. Baldwin, I hate to waste your time. He was like, well, you won't. I promise you after you hear my proposal. Well, I'm sure you get a lot. I'm sure you have a great idea, but we get a lot of requests like this all the time. And I really don't have the time today. And I suggest that you contact our community affairs office and they can answer all of your questions, sir. He was like, she tried to walk away. He's like, look, with all due respect, ma'am, I'd rather not. Ooh. He was like, look, I know that you get these requests a lot. And if I try to tap on that door of the community affairs people, all they're going to do is just log in my info with all the rest of the people. It'll just sit there and collect dust until eventually somebody shares it with you. What I can just share with you right now. It will just definitely save us time in the long run. And I promise you, ma'am, this will be worth your while. She's going to use that damn clinic to launder that damn plasma. She looks at her watch. You have 5 minutes, bitch. And damn Ashley looking at him like, whoa. Oh my girl, don't be playing with Derek's feelings. We don't need this. Damn it, we don't need for you to be going back and forth looking at him like that. Please. Back at Orphe Jeans, Naomi tells June, girl, that is so sweet of you be concerned, okay? But I can promise you there's nothing wrong that can't be fixed when he gets back. Jacob gets back. I didn't know his ass was away, June says. Yeah, he's getting specialized training. This is what Naomi tells. She says, and even though I have plenty to keep me busy, it still gets lonely, especially when he's not home at night. So I bet you that damn June knows that Leah is the impaler. Honey, I know all about that feeling. Those first years without my babies, I was broken. Wait a minute, did I count the palace when I counted the sets today? The hospital, the palace, Orphe Jeans in the alleyway, and the red door. No, I did not count the palace. So the palace, that's 5 sets that we're looking at today. So Naomi was like, bitch, I thought you said you couldn't remember anything about your kids until you met with your sister. Sometimes the mind can be kind. Girls, let me and your line. My mind made me forget about my babies. Can you imagine that? I hurt so bad that it makes you forget about your biggest blessing. If I didn't have the gift of forgiving, Lord knows what I would have done. So Naomi tells her, girl, I would never compare Jacob's temporary absence to all the shit that you've been through, girl. Oh, no, no, no. I'm not saying, look, I'm saying that I know that ache when you love someone, but you can't be with them. At least Jacob's a cop and he's surrounded by cops at his training. So he's as safe can be. And you know what? I bet he'll be home before you know it. She says, I hope so, honey. I don't know. It's going to be a long summer. Because then they say, when is Dr. Whitmore's contract over with? They said, because they talked about her, she had a deep secret. And so I think July, June. So it's going to be a few months before her ass gets caught and everything going to shake down and break down. Anyway, Smitty, we're back in the hall, in the, not the hallway, the alleyway. Smitty tells Jacob, look, text me as soon as you're finished, all right? Especially so I know that you're all right. Okay, I'll reach out as soon as I finish the drop. He said, all right, immediately after. Smitty says, I better go ahead and get my ass at home before Samantha starts to worry. So Jacob was like, wait, hang on. He was like, do you know anything about actually how Naomi's doing? I actually just saw her at Orphe Jeans, Smitty said. When you couldn't talk. That's right. Well, how does she seem? Like she ain't slept a wink, babe, since you went undercover. He was like, but don't worry. Look, she didn't say nothing about you. She talked mostly about Anita, but knowing what I know, it's obvious that you are what's keeping her up at night. Damn it, man. It's killing me not going home to her or even seeing her. Look, I know what I signed up for with this assignment, but damn, Naomi. Look, I know that she backed my decision, but neither one of us knew the cost of this, what this would cost her. You know what I'm saying? Smitty don't give a fuck. He talking about he know. And when he catch those criminals and the people they've been exploiting are safe. Smitty wants the story. He don't give a fuck. He really doesn't. Both you and Naomi will feel like it was worth the sacrifice. Smitty don't care, y'all. I'm really learning that he does not give a fuck. He wants that story so he can feel important. He wants the story. So that's a shame. It just hit me. So Jacob was like, "Yeah, that's the plan. But can you do me a favor, man?" Smitty says, "Name it." So we're back at the palace with Anita and Tracy. The doctors warned me. They warned me that the side effects for this new chemo would be more intense. Hearing and embracing for it is not actually the same as living it. Tracy was like, girl, nothing ever is. And nothing makes you love your life or family more than feeling death breathing down your neck. And that's what this new chemo feels like. It feels like Satan himself invading my body. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Tracy says. I hate seeing my sister suffering like this. I'm just so angry, Tracy. God, how dare that fucking cancer, Tracy says. Exactly. This is my body, my temple that I have taken care of and treated well. And it is betraying me in the most humiliating ways. Oh, she gonna have me cry for real. My hair is falling out. My taste buds are shot. So I don't feel like eating. Not to mention that nausea. I mean, sometimes it makes no sense to leave the bathroom because I know I'm going to be right back in there for one reason or another. I'm sorry, girl, if that's TMI. Girl, please, Tracy says, like we weren't up all in each other's businesses when we were on the road, girl. And there are days when I'm just so tired. I can barely leave my bed. But today, today, Tracy says, you made it downstairs, even if I had to use that damn elevator. Tracy was like, girl, ain't that what it's there for, ain't it? Today, girl, you found the energy to talk to an old friend. You are still the warrior Anita Williams you always were. That same girl who fought our way to her from Cabrini Green to Fairmont Crest, with Vernon by my side through most of it. Tracy asks her, how's Vernon doing? Scared to death, but try not to show it. He is my steady ground. Always has been, always will be. Knowing exactly what I need and when, and making sure I get it, even if I don't think I need it. You know what I am? Tracy was like, what, girl? A complete, utter, blessed mess. So we're back. And so Tracy got up and she tells Anita, honey, I do have to admit that you are not serving your most glamorous self right now, honey. Oh, now you agree with me? Tracy was, honey, like you're right. When you're right, boo. But this is just a phase, Tracy says. One to navigate day by day, Anita said. And ooh, baby, those rough days keep a coming, Tracy said. You know they do, Anita says. Tracy gets an idea. She says, okay, girl, let's do this. Try embracing the good, okay? Don't think of it as a daily thing, okay? Go from moment to moment, like ride it in the car with Vernon. What's your favorite place to go? Rock Creek Parkway. Child doing it in the park. Hey, doing it after park. Oh yeah, Rock Creek Park. Oh yeah, Rock Creek Park. There used to be a song. Y'all know about that? Who sang that? Reach back. We reaching way back. My father, was it Anacostia? My father was a park police. I can't remember if he was a park police officer for Rock Creek Park. I think he was for a little bit. Then he became park police officer for Anacostia. So yeah, I know about Rock Creek Park, honey. She says, I like that parkway before the morning traffic hits. So Tracy was like, okay, so what's so special about that? Oh, the trees, the bridges, the creek. What's magical is the peace before the chaos, girl. I like this girl. Give me another one. Tracy's like, Ah, your favorite moment when the girls were small. The first thing that comes to mind. Singing while we were baking cookies. And the one time Vernon tried to jump in and Nicole turned to him and said, Daddy, please stop. So they started laughing at Tracy. It's like, well, at least he's gotten better. Oh, yes, he has, honey. Yes, he has. She says, there's power in the peace, Anita. And your laughter is like a prayer. And I will hold both of them, praying for the grace and strength that I will need to get through this journey, girl. Even on my worst day, I never forget I have so much to live for. And that is my inspiration. And starting with that man right there. So he's coming back from the damn writing little thing he did. I thought I heard laughter. You most certainly did, she says. He looks at Tracy. Thank you, Tracy, for lifting my wife's spirit. I just wanted to check on in both of you two. I didn't mean to interrupt. Oh, you're not interrupting, Anita says. Come on and join us. I'm sure that Tracy would like to catch up with my wonderful husband, too. And our girl talk has helped me more than I can say. So we're back at the hospital, and Derek gives his proposal, his 5-minute speech about him being the general manager of the free clinic and everything there is like urgent care needs. Go ahead, Derek. Derek is the star of this particular episode. Because although she was like, I don't have the time, he said, I know that you ain't got time, but I need you to give me this time. So yeah, I think that in my opinion, but I don't know, Anita really did grab me. I think I might make Anita the star. I'm sorry. I just have to. Derek did do some stuff. I'm really proud of him. But Anita, that whole monologue, oh my God, it just I do have tears coming out of my eyes because I know what it looked like, what my mama had to go through with the chemo and not wanting to get out of bed, not wanting to eat. We try to make her eat and try to make her drink something simple as water. Sometimes she could keep it down, sometimes she couldn't. And we would fuss at her, not knowing that it was probably because of the side effects of the chemo that she was having. And now that I'm thinking about it, 3 years later, that was the reason why she wasn't hungry, was because her body was going through that stuff, and we tried to make her eat, and she just couldn't do it. She lost so much weight. So yeah. So while Derek is still talking about the clinic, she says, "Well, I have heard about the clinic that everyone from Dr. Ted Richardson to Carlton Fitzgerald and a lot of their best internists and cardiologists are volunteering." He was like, "Yeah, although they are the best," Derek says, "and will continue to be, but we feel like we can accomplish way more if we had an official partnership with Garland." So Leah thought about that shit like, yeah, that's more people they can get through that blood plasma. She says, "That is a good idea. I'm sorry for trying to brush you off earlier," she said. She says, "Now you do know that I can't promise to say yes to everyone, but Phoenix Street is a very special project indeed because it's the ghetto, and that is where the unhoused are and the needy. So yeah, she can launder a lot through that, a whole lot." She said it will make a tremendous difference to those who do not have access to care, and that she would love for Garland to work with Phoenix Street. She says for now she'll encourage her staff to volunteer, but for now she's going to check with the board and discuss how they can offer ways to support. And it won't be so many eyes there at the hospital. If they are at the clinic, then their time is split between the clinic and the hospital. So when people are away, what they say that when the cat's away, the mouse will play. So when they're not there, keeping an eye on things, they can move things smoothly. So she might launder do the clinic, but I feel like that when they're over there volunteering, that will give her more leeway to get things moving through the hospital more without so many eyes there on her. So she says, let it not just be internal, but she's going to get with the IT department to have a link to it on their website to drive more traffic to the clinic's website. She's trying to get as much eyes on that clinic as possible. Shake hands and she leaves. Samantha dinner. Smitty's home with that badass microphone on that set. They need to fix that shit. When they're not close to the couch, toward, like I said, toward the cameras, because of course we can't see the cameras. When they're over there at the dining area near the window, that microphone sucks. It's too echoey. Anyway, while he talking to Samantha, talking about they had no cornbread, so they gave up all biscuits, and so you could see Martin just sneaking down the stairs trying to surprise his husband. So he was like, "Hey, I prefer biscuits anyway, baby. Enough for me." So Smitty was like, Martin, what the fuck you doing here?" No baby, no jumping in his arms, no hugs, no kiss. Like, fuck you doing here? He's like, "Okay, you and Samantha gonna have to up your enthusiasm game because you seriously have me questioning whether I'm welcome in my own damn home and stuff." Smitty was like, "You are, baby, you are." And he was like, "I mean, you are. I just wasn't expecting you." Well, that was the whole idea, baby. Baby, I'm back. I'm home. Surprise. Mwah. It just that I wasn't expecting you. What happened? It was an unexpected change of plans, Martin says. "Nice surprise." Samantha comes downstairs from nothing. Right, Dad? Smitty was like, "Yeah, very nice. Yeah." So Martin is happy to be home. Samantha, go get the plates and don't forget the serving spoons. "I'm happy. I'm starving." Kids are always starving. So soon as Martin turns his back to check in one of the little drawers, Smitty's looking at his phone because Jacob was supposed to text him to let him know, or call him to let him know he all right, he's safe. All right, let's see what Vernon is talking about. We're back at the palace. Tracy tells them there's been a huge online reaction to her and Sharon's post about the mammogram bus in the parking lots during their tour. Wow, every woman that gets screened will get a free ticket. How nice. And it looks like they're going to have to add a second show to meet the demand. "Oh, that's amazing," Vernon says. "And all in your honor, my love. I'm grateful that my going public is helping other women." So Tracy was like, "Well, girl, here is something else for you to plan, Anita. Another concert featuring free screenings And this one featuring your return to the stage. Well, I can't predict when that will be, but I will fight with everything I have to be there and give the performance of my life. Lord have mercy, go let me cry. Don't you dare cry again on this damn computer. I mean, microphone. We get to orphanages. Oh my God, girl, don't you start crying on this microphone. Special delivery June gives to Naomi, and it's a beautiful bouquet of flowers. And so Naomi was like, "These are for me." Just- oh, they're so gorgeous. I'm just, oh my God. Because remember, Jacob said, "I need you to do me a favor." Oh my God. Just a mess. June was like, "Well, shit, girl, this show ain't for me." Jacob, you gonna make me cry. I gotta get ready to go to this thing. Oh my God. Oh my God. Why am I crying? And then I know Naomi was like, "Well, how the fuck did he know I was here?" You know what I'm saying? Oh, let me. Child. She said the delivery man said they took him to your office, but they told him that your ass was here. He said there was a rush on the order, so he came right over with these flowers. It looks like somebody's missing you just as much as you missing him. And she smiles. I'm just done. She just looking at her bouquet, and they're gorgeous. That ain't no Ted bullshit flowers. This is from Jacob. Ugh, why, Jacob? Why you doing this to me? My goodness. So we're back at the hospital, girl. So why do I have knots in my stomach? Ashley comes from behind the nurse's station and gives Derek a hug, telling him he did it. She's so proud of him. He said he didn't think he could do it, but he's so happy that he did it. They gave each other a hug. He pushed back. He said, "I'm sorry. I just got carried away." She said, "No, no, no, no. That's okay. That's okay." So he says, "It just feels damn great to have a purpose again, you know." She says, "I know. It feels so good to watch you succeed, Derek. I mean, we're going to always be friends, Derek, okay? And friends celebrate each other's accomplishments." "Man, I'm so proud of you," she says. He was like, "Thanks, Ash. Better get going. Take care." So we see the back of Jacob get on the elevator with some headphones, black sweaty, and the Woody Woodpecker hat. So, and he got his head down with glasses on. He pulls his head things off. So let's see who's gonna get in the elevator with. So it's a black woman who got on the elevator with him with a medicine bag. And he looked at her, but I don't know. So we see Naomi get her card. Is her fingernail kind of is her finger girl, you got them press ons, girl. What's wrong with that thumb? I'm gonna have that picture up here at some point. You'll see it at the end. What's going on with her finger? Her thumb? Is that the angle of the lighting? But it says Naomi Hawthorne. The flowers are the star of the show. I'm sorry. The flowers. So she opens it up and it says, "Thinking of you always." Damn it. Okay, that was just the lighting because they showed another angle of her thumb, and so she looked like she got like a pearl, iridescent type of polish on. Okay, girl, I just wanted to make sure they had some good polish on her hand. So somebody gets off. The black girl gets off the elevator. Somebody gets on carrying a black medicine bag. Press number 3. They put the bag on the floor. Jacob picks it up. Don't even look at him. So we're back at the red door. Samantha's talking to Smitty. Smitty ain't paying no fucking attention. So he not supposed to have a cell phone at the table. Smitty was like, "Look, under normal circumstances, sure, but Samantha was like, "Oh, I gotta sneeze. Oh, let me." Didn't want to have that on the microphone. She says, "But nothing. That's what you always tell me whenever I have my phone at the table." So Martin was like, She got you there. Here's some biscuits." He was like, "I'm waiting for an important call from an important source, and I don't want to miss it." So Jacob doesn't look at the person who gave him the drop. It's Grayson, and it's fucking Grayson. And he looks back at Jacob. Has he ever met Jacob? That's a good shot. I got to take that picture. Forget I be talking, y'all. That's fucking Grayson, motherfucker. Damn it! He did meet Grayson at the damn country club. No, it wasn't country club. Shut up, Shar. It was at Uptown that night. Shit. He looked up at him and he looked at Grayson. Grayson looking shocked. He looking shocked as fuck too. And so, damn it, I want to call this bitch Jen. Ashley. Is that her name? Yeah, Ash. Damn. What's happening next, y'all? Next on Beyond the Gates. It's nice to meet you. Yay! We finally see old mean ass. Damn, Deanna. I told you she was coming. Didn't I tell y'all she was coming? I said within 2 weeks, didn't I? I said it wasn't gonna be last week, which we just passed. I said maybe in about 2 weeks. I told y'all that. Y'all need to listen to Auntie, okay? So she mean as hell. Joey trying to be nice to her and everything. She's like, what kind of fucking man comes in here and dedicates a fucking building to your dead husband and drops all that fucking money unless he's getting something in return? When I tell you everybody in the damn club is looking because they're at Uptown. Even the waitresses and them in the background like, what bitch? I knew that bitch was gonna be mean as fuck. Ooh, she said, cause bitch, I clearly you serving it up, bitch. All right, why is Ernestine on Keith's lap? So those patterns look quite sexy on you, Dr. Richardson. He was like, yo, you want to know what else looks sexy on me? He probably like you. He did too. Just like I thought he would. Y'all need to go over to Keith Richardson's YouTube page. He had a story about lying on a job, like Lying. That motherfucker had me dying. He was talking about an acting gig that he had. He lied about an experience that he had before he got booked for that role. He had no experience in that at all, so he had to pretend that he did. And he that story time was so good. Y'all need to go to Keith Sings or Keith D Sings or something like that. Go to his page, go to that last story that he posted about lying for a job, and y'all gonna crack the fuck up because he is so funny. He's funny as fuck. So Grayson is talking now. So Jacob's like, motherfucker, we need to talk. And don't say a single word about what you saw until we do. A bunch of accomplished, sexy, glistening men balloting out over you, sissy. Wait a minute. Isn't that the hottest thing you've ever heard, girl? Uh-oh. Bill asked Joey at the end, is there something about Sammy and Haley that I need to know, man? And that is the end. Next week is gonna be good. GOODT is gonna be good. Good. This was a great episode. I was kind of like iffy about it, but the last 20 minutes, chef's kiss. All right. We all knew that Grayson had something to do with it. That was easy because he needed extra money. So maybe if Jacob could say, I'm doing some side gig shit, I ain't making that much money. Grayson be like, yeah, me too. We need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because come on, Jacob, y'all. Come on, y'all, work with me, all right? All right, let's go ahead and get this match together, and I will see y'all in the next video. Again, thank you for your love, support, and yeah.